Welcome to Truth Thursday, where we peel back the layers of illusion and step into the sacred space where honesty meets healing. I'm Mary Walker, author of the Beyond the Veil series, and today we're diving into a truth many of us wrestle with quietly: the crossroads between fear and faith, and the grace that meets us in that space between. Have you ever been on the edge of a decision, one that looked like relief but felt like retreat? A moment when the easy way whispered louder than the right way. Today's story is called Fear versus Faith and the Grace That Carried Me Through, and it begins with Alexis. Today, I almost made a decision I would have regretted. It was one of those days where everything felt heavy. My emotions, my thoughts, my patience. I was tired. Not just physically, but spiritually. The kind of tired where my soul feels like it's been running a marathon barefoot through gravel. I kept thinking, when is the breakthrough coming? When does the tide turn? When do I get to exhale? And in that frustration, a thought crept in. One that whispered of a easy way out, something that would bring me temporary relief, a shortcut, a decision that would quiet the noise for a little while. Was it the right choice? No, but it was comfortable, or so it seemed. All day, it haunted me, like a familiar voice in my head saying, "You've done it before. Just one more time. It's not that bad." But it didn't sit well in my spirit. That uneasy feeling in my chest wouldn't let me rest. I recognized the voice for what it was, the residue from a version of myself I've been shedding. The version of me who lived in survival mode, who made decisions out of fear and scarcity, because she didn't know there was another way. And that was when it hit me. I was listening to a podcast later that afternoon when a line dropped into my spirit like a sacred whisper. This is not a faith-based decision. And they were right. The impulse wasn't from faith. It was from fear. It was the echo of an old frequency I used to live by. The me who was just trying to make it, who didn't have the capacity to believe that she could actually thrive. But I'm not her anymore. Yes, things are hard right now. I'm uncomfortable. But I'm okay. I'm safe. I'm held. And more than anything, I'm growing. I may not know exactly how it's all going to play out, but I do know this. Everything that has happened up until this moment has shaped me for my higher good. And this too, this ache, this decision, this day is part of the unfolding. Still, I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel a tingle of guilt for even considering the old way out. I've come so far. How could I even entertain that? And that's when I heard one word ring so clearly in my spirit: grace. Grace reminded me that I'm still human, that thoughts alone don't define who I am or the path I'm on. That growth doesn't mean perfection. It means awareness. It means recognizing the moment I start to slip, pausing, and choosing differently. It means not beating myself up when my thoughts don't align with my highest self. Instead, I'm learning to love myself through it. Mistakes will happen. We all have moments where we flirt with old patterns, even when we know better. But the power is in the pause. The growth is in the choice, and the grace is in the knowing that we are allowed to learn again and again if necessary. So today, I chose faith. I chose to wait instead of react. I chose to trust instead of control. And I choose to give myself the same grace that I so freely give to others. Because that's what evolution looks like. Not perfection, but progress. And if you're in that place too, wrestling between fear and faith, I want you to know it's okay to feel what you feel. Just don't let fear be the final voice. Listen to the whisper of grace and let it lead you back to who you're becoming. As we bring this story to a close and sit with Alexis' experience, something in me softened. Her moment of hesitation wasn't failure. It was a reminder that even when we flirt with old patterns or feel tempted by the comfort of what we've outgrown, we are still evolving, still becoming, and most importantly, still worthy of grace. What Alexis remembered, and what I remembered too, is that fear doesn't get the final say. Faith doesn't always roar. Sometimes it's just the quiet decision to stay aligned, to trust what you can't see over what's screaming in front of you. And grace is what catches you when you're unsure which one you're listening to. You don't have to be perfect to be progressing. You just have to be willing to pause, listen, and choose again. And today, I choose grace.